it's very exciting to me. It's something I thought I never could do. I'm 36 years old, by the way. I'm in the best shape of my life. It's only getting better. I was overweight my whole life. I didn't even know if it was possible. I certainly didn't know what it entailed, how much work would be involved. You know, if I was willing to put that time into it, I got other things I have to do. To find out that you could at least start with 5 to 10 minutes a week, and you will get results, you know? Wow. Just wow, okay? I don't do videos like this. I never do videos on nutrition or exercise or anything like that. I do music and I make albums. But I watched a video recently from Asmongold, and he was saying that he expressed some interest in fitness.
I don't know. Maybe I should try to work out more. Like it's possible. I mean, I should at least try to be like a bit more fit. I think so.
But also conveyed some of his, maybe more subconscious elements that he's aware of. Like he's not really motivated because he would like to, but he's not really motivated. And so he said, everybody's got the time if it as a priority.
The reality is that I just haven't been, I haven't made it a priority. I think that if I make it a priority, then I would do it. It's just that I need to make it a priority.
So this video was a year ago. I just saw it minutes ago. And it's been a year, and I'm pretty sure he's done nothing. So, which is fine. That's cool. I mean, that's maybe not ideal, but it's okay. It's whatever. And that's really this the video is about. What I want to convey is that it might be shockingly easy, a lot easier than a lot of people make it out to be. One thing, if you look around on the internet for anything on like how to lift, what kind of exercises to do, what kind of routines to do, or anything on nutrition, like man, what a mess. It's I've never seen as much contradicting information about anything, I think, as I have about fitness and nutrition. Everybody's an expert. So here I am making a video to explain some things, but I don't want to be another expert. For everything I say, some other dude's going to be saying something different, right? So what makes what I'm going to say valid at all? And all I can kind of really say here, for starters, is I'm not selling anything. This is a weird video for me to make. I'm not going to make videos. I don't make videos like this. But I do have some personal experience, and I've listened to various things and experimented myself. I don't just say the literature says, scientists somewhere say this. I go, okay, somebody says this, whatever. I'll try it and see what happens. The short version of my journey was that I lost 42 pounds. Just with no exercise, actually, but I did it just by counting calories and being in a deficit. A friend sent me a clip of Mike Menser, who was a bodybuilder in the 80s, and here he is saying that, no, man, you can eat whatever to lose fat. You just have to eat below your maintenance calories. And I saw that after I had already done that. And when I was doing it, everybody was telling me, no, you can't do that because at least you'll atrophy. It's not like I had much to atrophy. I had no muscle at the time at all. So I would say I was kind of comparable to Asmongold's body, except with a bunch of fat on top. I didn't have any more muscle than him. I don't think we're much different in height. Yeah, I was vindicated through my own experience of trying it and seeing that it worked. And I tried it thinking there was some logic to it. I mean, it really kind of makes sense. I could go on and on about it, but I don't want to do that, because I don't make an annoyingly long video here. So I got to where I was at a weight. I wasn't overweight. And that was like coming out of debt. It actually wasn't that exciting. It wasn't exciting exactly to diet. It was hard. I had to break lifestyle, some bad habits and things, eating too much mostly, of course, too many calories. So once I had gotten to zero, so to speak, out of the red, once I wasn't overweight anymore, little bit of time passed, and I started thinking, kind of cool maybe to start building a little bit of muscle. And this was exciting, because it's a different, coming out of debt's not exciting, but starting to accrue a savings or to like grab some, acquire some assets, that's more exciting if you catch the metaphor here with the body. So this was more fun to then build. So I tried to get motivation, which is really what this video is about. I wanted to get motivation, and so I thought, well, where can I get that? I was watching movies from the 80s that I loved growing up, Arnold Schwarzenegger movies or whatever, and think, okay, these movies are cool. Some of these old heroes in action films, their physique is cool. I wouldn't mind having a physique like that, or not like Arnold, but something better than what I had. And but it wasn't doing it. It's like, okay, that's cool, but then I see somebody in a gym lifting, like, that doesn't look cool. I don't want to do that. So I thought, let's look up Mike Mentzer again. So I looked back up at the Mike Mentzer stuff, because I remembered him from that clip about fat loss. And what he said was pretty shocking. So I would recommend a video called First Set Seminar, Mike Mentzer, on YouTube. It's about an hour long, but I swear, if you listen to the first 3 minutes or 5 minutes and just commit to 5 minutes of listening and see if you're enticed to listen to the rest, you might be surprised at what you hear. But I'm going to give you the short version and a recommendation. Well, really, it's for Asmongold, but maybe somebody else finds himself in a similar situation. This is the mind-blowing part, okay? And it's controversial. It was kind of controversial then. It's kind of controversial now. As I said, there's a lot of conflicting information, and there's a lot of dogma about it, about how you should work out and stuff, okay? So here's Mike Mentzer's thing in a nutshell, okay? If you want a better explanation of it, don't listen to it from me or anybody else but Mike Mentzer. Go back and watch Mike Mentzer's First Set Seminar, at least that one, and hear it from the horse's mouth, okay? So essentially this, okay? Here's the concept. You don't build muscle in the gym. Now, everybody knows that's the case, right? You go and basically you damage the muscle. Obviously, you know what that really means, right? You're not ripping your bicep and have it shoot up to your shoulder. But you're doing some damage to your gym. You're certainly not growing it. So when does growing happen? It happens when you're chilling. In Asmon's case, it happens when you're gaming. I mean, it literally happens when you're sitting. It happens when you're sleeping. Here's the thing. You basically have the lifestyle right now of, kind of like a bodybuilder. You need to rest. You need to not overtrain. And that is what Mentzer says. Most people are out there overtraining, doing hours a day in gym, 5 days a week or whatever. I've even seen videos of people confessing that they've got more growth when they went to the gym less. But they went to the gym anyway because it was like their lifestyle. Their friends were there. They had nothing to do. They had nothing to do outside of that. So they would go to the gym anyways because they enjoy going to the gym. Okay? I don't like going to the gym. And I don't think Asmongold would like going to the gym either. So here's the thing, okay? What Mentzer recommends is 1 set to failure. Now, there are some recommended rep ranges. It's not 40 reps, you know what I mean? There's some different exercises, but it's not a big deal. At least for getting started, between 10 to 20 reps. If you did, let's say, if you got yourself a dumbbell, an adjustable dumbbell, you won't need any more dumbbells ever again. It takes up that much space in your house. You don't even need 2 of them. Just get 1, okay? If, for example, you did biceps and you lift, right, and it's going good. Let's say you're at, like, whatever the weight is, doesn't even matter. What matters is the rep range and failure. Let's say you get to 15 reps and this last rep is like, it won't go up anymore. Let's start going down. You've reached failure. And in lifting, that's called success, yeah, which is kind of funny. So now he would say, don't just go to failure, go beyond failure, at least sometimes. And how you can do that easily enough, you take your left hand and you assist it, just a little bit, assist it up to 16. Maybe you do 5 more like that, so you did 20, like 15 reps, then 5 assisted ones with no break, just boom, you're done. You're done. Okay? Obviously, I would do the left arm too. And you're done. You're done. If you were just starting out and you want to experiment with this, just do that. Don't have to do everything else. At least not for at least not for getting started, right? You know what I mean? If you got nothing going on, fitness-wise, you're doing nothing, and you kind of would like to get started in it, but you think, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't, like in Asmongold house, the joke is, and maybe it's a reality, he doesn't want to leave his house, you know? It's like, you don't need to do that either. I work out at home.
Now, the main issue here is actually getting Asmon into the gym, because that requires him to leave his house.
Yeah.
So let's take a look
that
at how
is
Asmon...
see, that's the real, that's the, oh man. Oh.
And then when do you do your next one, okay? Well, Menser says for hypertrophy, for building muscle, your workout has to be intense. Doesn't mean long, right? It means intense, like to failure, like I described. And it has to be infrequent, because your muscle has to recover from that workout, you know? I'm talking, it could be 5 minutes. Your workout could be 5 minutes. Maybe 10. Not more. Not more. You reach your failure on that side with some assisted reps from your other hand. You do the same thing over here, and then you just call it done. Like you work out, breaks your muscle down a little bit, you get back to zero, and you're still not done waiting. You're still not done resting. You have to then grow, okay? So think of it as 3 stages. You break the muscle down, so to speak, and then you recover back to zero, and then you overcompensate. Your body adapts and it grows larger, okay? So the amount of time that takes can be different from person to person. Maybe it's as low as 4 days. He mentioned a very large number for the long period, you know. I don't want to misquote it, but it was a large number, okay? Recommended probably be something like a week.
Yeah, just like workout, do all your workout in one day, once a week. That's a good idea.
Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. Let's say it's a Monday or whatever. You spend 5 minutes with one dumbbell in your house, an adjustable dumbbell, and you go to failure and beyond in 1 set. You're done for a week, man. Week. Okay? Here's what I've experienced every time. You know, sometimes when I'm done, because I worked out intense, even though it didn't take a long time, after I've got no dumbbell in my arm, when I lift my arm, it almost feels light, like it's floating. That's an indicator that I feel like I pushed it really hard, right?
That's the problem, is I need to work harder.
Same thing if I'm doing like delts or something. Like once I'm done with the weight, I lift my arms like, whoa, it's like floating, you know? It doesn't take a long time. Okay, the next day I'll be sore. The next day after that I'll be sore. I enjoy the soreness. I'm actually still kind of pumped in a way from it. And it's like you feel bigger, which is obviously kind of an illusion because you're inflamed. But I notice week by week objective improvement. Not just visualizing with the eye, but I can either do more weight the next week or more reps with the same week. And that's my that's how I measure am I improving or not.
The thing is, for the longest time, like I was exercising and working out semi-regularly, and then like some shit happened in real life, and then I ended up not doing it, and then it's like, oh, well, you know, I had stuff come up, and then I stopped working out. But the truth is that if you want to work out, you're gonna make time. Like, I mean, realistically, you do have enough time in the day to work out pretty much every single time for 30 minutes, an hour. You've got the time. It's just not a priority. And so I need to make it a priority.
1 set to failure. I would stick with 1 muscle group in the beginning. And then you do nothing for a whole week, man. How great is that? The best thing you can do for your muscle to get bigger is sleep. Or, you know, sitting at your computer chair. I mean, you almost couldn't ask for, it's like just beneath sleep, you know what I mean? And that's it, then you grow. Pretty cool.
Help him get
Well,
the
I
result.
also don't eat a lot of food. Keep that in mind. I'm not a big eater.
If you're kind of a naturally, so to speak, a thinner guy, I don't want to go into a long story about that, but you mentioned, yeah, you eat unhealthy or whatever, but you also don't eat a lot. You're not a big eater, I think is how you described it in your video. That's the case with all people who are naturally skinnier. They're not big eaters because eating leads to, you know, it's not rocket science here. People make it really confusing, but you may want to go to caloriecalculator.net, type in your info. Simple, by the way. It's like your age, your height, gender, and weight, obviously. And it'll tell you a rough, pretty good actually, because it worked for me when I lost 42 pounds. It'll give you an estimate of your maintenance calories. I would recommend at least eating your maintenance calories, which you're already doing. Obviously, you're not losing weight, right? And if you can throw on like 100 or 200 extra calories, that'd be good. That'd be good. You can do that with a single bar, like a, protein bar or something like that.
Like, I'm always really busy, etc. But, like, I mean, would it really matter if I, didn't stream for 30 minutes more and I just worked out? Not really. I mean, I could find the time to do it. So the only real reason why I'm not doing it is just being lazy. So one day this could happen. I mean, I'm not completely against it, boys. I'll be honest. I'm not totally against it.
I believe you will get results. And I think you will find those results to be pretty exciting, especially because it takes so little work. Now, yeah, you work really hard for 15 reps or whatever, and that's it, man. How hard is it really if it takes that much time? It can't really be that hard if it takes that much time. It's certainly not a confusing thing, It's not a confusing thing to, like, lift a heavy object. It's simple, straightforward, and it's fun in a sense. It's fun that it's so simple. And it's fun that it doesn't take very long. And it's also fun that it's not confusing. And that's what makes it really not fun, I think, for a lot of people, is there's so much information. They don't know who to listen to, whatever. You don't have to listen to me either, of course. But here's the one thing, though. If you did want to listen to anybody on the internet, if you want to listen to me, that you're doing nothing right now and you want to try something, this is the easiest thing to listen to and try first. It's the least investment of all, right?
I should, and just see what happens. And I could try it for like a month or a couple of months and then just see, if I enjoy it. And then if I don't, maybe don't do it as much. And if I do, then yeah, I would do it more.
It takes so long from workout to workout. You got so much time, you don't even have to do it, that you kind of, by the time it's finally the day again, you're like, I get to work out again today, If you were working out every day, every 2 days, it becomes mundane. But you actually then start to look forward to it, especially the day before, like 6 days in, you're like, all right, tomorrow's the day. And you have that that kind of excitement, that energy that's a combination of the fact that it is so easy, you are getting results, and it's infrequent enough, not only that biologically or physiologically, like it's infrequent enough that you've actually recovered and had time to overcompensate, to grow, to build muscle. But psychologically, you're ready. You're ready. It's been long enough and you're ready. And then you take that psychological energy also helps you be really intense when you're doing your, when you're doing your lifts. As you get more into it, you might push a little farther with things like, I'm not just going to do biceps. I'll do triceps too, right? Whatever. Just add a group in. It'll lead you to more and more, right? I don't just do my biceps. You can do your chest, triceps, biceps. I mean, right now you can do push-ups. You don't need to buy anything.
Push-ups are a good start. I think push-ups are a good exercise for sure.
You don't need to go anywhere. But if you do your push-ups, 1 set to failure and beyond. Anything you do, 1 set, not 2, okay? How would you go beyond on push-ups? They're called negatives, negative reps. So you do your push-up and, I can't finish it. And you're down, right? You're done. Well, not if you're going to go beyond. What you do next is you just you basically do a cheat one to get up normal, because it's not a push-up, and then you do a slow, bring yourself down slowly. That's the negative action. You've got your positive action, static is holding it, and your negative action, the three actions. And when you're done with your positives, can't go any farther, throw in 5 more negatives, and then you've done beyond, and you're done. Cool. Imagine if it, realistically, especially the newer you are, the weaker you are in some sense, with you using your own body weight, the less time it takes. It's only if you start getting too strong, you need to have a piece of equipment, really. Though I would recommend an adjustable dumbbell. I guess as a way to close the video, I'll just say I hope that helps. There's a lot more I could say, both about my journey, my experience, all kinds of things. But I'm not like a nutrition channel, so the only way I'll probably ever bring it up again is if somebody asks me. feel free to do so. Like I said, I'm not selling anything. I don't have any books. I don't do nothing like that. I do make music. If you want to check out my music, that'd be cool. You can Lee Wanner, Leewanner. You could check it out on Spotify. A recent album was Looking Up. Name of an album, Looking Up, if you want to check that out. But there's a lot of different stuff on there, and that's something that, you know, if I was going to push anything at all, it'd be music. It wouldn't be about fitness. So, all right. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe I helped somebody out. Bye.